Hey guys, I'm Alex. Thanks for clicking and welcome to this lesson on common verbs followed by gerunds. Okay, so most of you know, if you're watching this video, some verbs in English are only followed by an infinitive, which is to plus verb, or a gerund, which is verb plus ing. Okay, and again, a gerund is actually a noun. All right, so here we go. We have common verbs followed by gerunds, starting with avoid. So again, we have I try to avoid arguing. We don't say I try to avoid to argue. We say avoid arguing. Okay, remember that one. Finish. Finish means to complete. So if you complete something, you complete doing something. Okay? So I finished reading it. I finished reading the book. Not I finished to read it. I completed it. I'm done. I finished reading it. Next, be worth. If you want more of an explanation of the word worth, you can check out my lesson on that. But however, if you want to use a gerund or infinitive after worth, you should be using a gerund. So for example, it's worth seeing if you're talking about a movie, for example, that you recently saw, you paid money for, and people want to know, should I see this movie? You say, yeah, it is worth seeing the movie. Not it is worth to see. It is worth seeing is correct. Okay, consider. Consider is always followed by a gerund. So we considered leaving early. To consider is to think about something, to have it as an option, right? So we considered leaving early. We considered leaving the party early or the wedding early, something like that. Maybe because it was boring. Who knows? Now, we have discuss. For example, you always discuss making changes. So if you have a friend who always talks about their life and they say, I want things to be different. I'm going to change things. And you tell them, well, you always discuss making changes in your life, but you never actually do anything. So stop talking about that, right? Dislike, obviously this means don't like. Now, don't like, we can follow with an infinitive or a gerund. So you can say, I don't like being interrupted, or I don't like to be interrupted. However, if you use dislike, you can only follow that with a gerund. So for example, I really dislike being interrupted. Next, we have dread. Now, dread is similar to detest or hate. So in this situation, dread is always followed by a gerund. He dreads going to the gym. So you have that friend who's trying to get into better shape and they're going to the gym regularly, but they're really hating it. So he dreads going to the gym, not to go. He dreads going. Enjoy, very, very common verb, always followed by a gerund. They enjoy jogging together, for example. Miss, you don't say I miss to do something. You say I miss doing something. So for example, I miss seeing my friends. So if you are traveling somewhere and you're staying in a new country, maybe learning English, and I ask you, what do you miss about your home country? What do you miss about home? And you say, I miss seeing my friends. I miss hanging out with my family, for example. Okay, and the last one is a little bit of an expression here, feel like. So I feel like traveling. If you feel like something, it means that you desire it, you want it. If you feel like something, you feel like doing something, not to do something. Okay? All right, guys. So once again, the verbs are avoid, finish, be worth, consider, discuss, dislike, dread, enjoy, miss, and feel like. Now, if you would like a more extensive list of common verbs followed by gerunds and followed by infinitives, you can check out our resource section on engVid.com. Also, to test your knowledge of this material, you can check out the quiz. Also, as always, on engVid.com. Take care, guys, and good luck.